Hello, it's Monday, the 2nd of March, 2026. It's March already, I can't believe it. Good grief. We're almost, well, we're not. Well, we're almost a third of the year, third of the way through 2026. At least we will be by the end of March. But it's March already. Anyway, I've lost my thread now. Welcome along to the channel, The Fifth Guardian. I'm your host, Tony Hunt, where today I'll be player of games. But as always, it's not my story. It's not your story. Today's story is all about competing in the exclusive series for the LOTUS EVIJA. And this is part one of what will hopefully be a two-part mini-series. Let's get the game on screen. Boom. Let's have some game audio. Boom. Probably can't hear a great deal at the moment, but you will soon. Right. Okay. So it is as you were, I'm afraid. So beginning of March, we've got a new set of rewards. As expected, there are no changes. It's just what you'd expect. So it's not like it's been condensed down into sort of 19 days. Bearing in mind the 19th is technically the last playable day. They've just got it going to the end of the month. So it's a daily reward still available. In addition, at this moment in time, rewards from adverts still available. All could change very shortly. We are now literally in the last 3 weeks of the game being playable. So let's see what happens. A couple of people in the chat. We've got Virtual Medical Dr. Ayake says hello. Hello back. Welcome along. Thank you as always for watching and saying hello in the chat. And we've also got a Lock Goose, not seen you for a while, says hello Tony. Hello back. Welcome along. Good to see you again. Thank you. Ayaka goes on to say, another 3 weeks, Real Racing 3 will shut down. I am feeling very sad. I know. I don't know what to say. I know. And you know what? I was looking back at some of my previous streams, let's say 3 weeks ago, where I literally had 12 series on the go. And that was awesome. That was a fabulous time. And now look at us. I've got one. It definitely is the end. Money's drying out. All the cars left are very expensive. We are definitely nearing the end. We've got Sashin Haggad says hello back. Welcome along. Thank you for watching and saying hello in the chat. A Lot Goose says, I felt distancing myself from Real Racing 3 content would make me feel less sad. Just when I had got 3 to 4 cars at once. Do you know what? Sometimes it's best just to quick cut off. That's what I'm going to do. Although I may take a sneak peek on the 20th, because I can't help but think they're not going to turn it off straight away. But my general view is, obviously my initial thought was they'd use it as a way of when a previous round ended and it counts down to 0 to be no longer available at all. They'd use that as a way of killing the game, but obviously nothing's happened on that side of the game for now a long time. So it's obviously that's not going to be the way. But I do remember in the statement they said currency wouldn't be usable. So in other words, N dollars, R dollars, gold wouldn't be usable. So you've got to use it all up. But I also thought, well, hang on a minute. If they don't change any other aspects of the game, you can't service your car anymore. So maybe that's how they're going to make the game. You'll be able to open it up, play on it, but your cars will all require servicing. I wonder. Possibly. Don't know. Sakin Hagat says, love from India. Well, thank you very much. Welcome along. Thank you for watching and for the love and the hello. Very much appreciated. Right, so I guess I should get on. Now, what I'm going to do this evening, treating individual exclusive series a little bit like limited series, except I'm not given free servicing and free instant servicing, basically. Forget the upgrades. So I do have some rewards still in my round section. So I'm going to be this evening hiring a 2-hour free servicing reward, which does mean we might go for longer than 2 hours this evening. And I'm going to be focusing initially on elimination events, and then I'm going to be doing some cups. That's the plan. It is the Evija. It is an electric car. Sorry. Yeah, not a lot I can do, I'm afraid. That's what's left. That's the cheapest of what's left. Yeah, so make the most of it, I guess. Paul S 1123 says, "Evening, Tony, and hi, guys. Hello, welcome along. Good to see you again. Thank you for watching and saying hello in the chat. Let's get some racing." Now, what I found by doing the first exclusive series from 0% to 100% in 2 streams. Oh, that's going to be annoying. Oh, that whining's going to be annoying. Is that it's quite hard to win the hunter events and the endurance events online. So, do you know what? We're breaking one of our rules, guidelines. There, ladies and gentlemen, is a shortcut. Don't normally like doing them, but one of the biggest problems with this car is braking. And mainly this is to do with torque, I guess. The acceleration on electric cars are just incredible. But for some reason they don't have the brakes to match the acceleration. Not all electric cars, but this one definitely. I mean, look at it. Look where I am. I could hit 250 miles per hour very easily in this car. But the reason why I dislike this car, say to the Rimac Nevera, is twofold. Well, there are 2 reasons. That doesn't technically make it twofold. But there are 2 reasons. One, the noise. It's almost unbearable. And 2, the brakes are better in the Rimac Nevera. But I do think this is a fun car. I know it's a Yakka and a few of you have said this car's ugly. I don't think it is. It does have a big rear. I guess that's for aerodynamics. I've braked too late again. So we'll just go off track, round the shortcut. There we go. But I mean, yeah, that was quite easy. Full stop, eliminated. Paul S 1123 says, "The Evija X exclusive time trial, Laguna 19th globally and Indy 24th globally. Very proud moment." Oh, very good. The Evija X may be seen towards the end. Yeah, possibly. Where have I got it on my list? So if this is the first car of cars left to do, it's 4th, the Lotus Evija X. I'll be honest, there's a possibility of not getting there. We've only got 3 weeks left. So we'll have to see what happens. Paul S 1123 says, "This is a great car." Well, there you go, you see. You know what? It is. It's funky. I will say that. It's funky. I just wish the braking in it would be a little bit better. So there we go. We're off the mark. We're at 1%. Sashi Kumar enters the chat, says, love your videos. Thank you very much. That's very kind of you. I love you watching. Please, thank you very much for doing so. Okay, so elimination, this time at the Circuit of Americas. I'm going to get the elimination out the way. Maybe when I'm low in durability, I might do a cup. We'll see. Do you know what? There's got to be a way of getting rid of that horrible noise on cars like this. Look at that, easily into first place. You just got to be careful of the braking on this car. Look how early I braked just to get round the corner there. In fairness, it is as much to do with how quick the acceleration in this car is. And so I mean, look at that, I'm hitting almost 230 miles per hour down this straight. That's crazy top speed. Yeah, so the braking zones for this car is always a lot earlier. But quite often you forget that when you're in the moment. It's almost like lift and coast, this car. Lift and coast. There we go. First place quite easily. Right, 3%. Let's go along the tier, see when the next elimination is. Maybe I should have a go at the hunters as well. Let's have a look. Let's give it a go. This might end up being a disaster, but let's just have a bit of fun while we're doing this. Might as well. Let's have a go at a hunter. Excuse me. At Dubai International Circuit, long circuit, lots of twists and turns. Lots of hard braking required. Definitely not the right circuit for this car. At least when I'm driving it. Look how far back I had to brake there. And that was about perfect braking. I knew I had to brake early. Wow, would you look at that? First, come on. Don't mess it up now. Look at that. First on a hunter. That's unheard of. Boom. How about that? How about that? Look at my durability though, it's going down. I think we've got an opportunity for a couple, either an elimination or a couple of hunters. I'm going to push my luck since I got first in that one. Let's do Hunter at the East Circuit at Suzuka. Ooh, exciting. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to get first this time. Oh. Yes, I am. First place. Boom. 2 hunters done. Who'd have thought it? Who'd have thought it? Look at that. Get in. Now, as I've been going through this, I've completely changed my mind on what I'm going to do, you know, because that's how I work. So, dear. Let's have another go at a hunter. There we go. Oh, that's a bit of a long one, though. Have we got a shorter one? Have we got a shorter one? No, we haven't. So, I'm going to do the next hunter and then the next elimination, I think. And then when the car needs servicing, I'm going to do the time trials. And then I'm going to be a bit clever and sneaky and do the endurances. I'll get onto that shortly. I wasn't going to do that, but you know, I'm going, why not? Let's mix it up. The game's going out. Let's do the game as we would normally, as if we were just playing on our own, relaxing in the evening after a hard day's work. Brake, gentle, that's it, there you go. Oh, there you go, first error. Possibly in the mix now though. Need to get this corner right. There she is. Okay, in 6. Into 5th. Oh, 4th, nowhere to be seen. There's 4th. 3rd. Would you believe it? It's another first place in a hunter online. Who'd have thought it? Not me, that's for sure. Not me at all. Look at that though. Boom. Right, okay. So, one more race. I'm not going to do a cup. I've changed my mind. I'm going to do an elimination, I think. Is that next? There we go. elimination at the club circuit at Dubai. This will probably mean the car will go into negative durability and technically need servicing. But I'm going to maximise the use of the car when it needs servicing. I'm thinking of doing the time trials and then all of the endurances. And then I'm thinking, depending how long that takes, maybe I just need to hire a 1 hour durability, free servicing. Look at that, we're in first place. Listen to that noise of these cars though. It's not as bad as a Porsche Taycan Turbo S, but it's not far behind. Yeah, so the grip in this car, to be fair, is pretty good. What lets it down is the brakes, and the only reason why, and the brakes aren't rubbish, the brakes are pretty good. It's just to do with the top speed that is reached in this car because of the incredible acceleration in this car. As you saw there, went off track. So for those that are new to the stream, what I tend to do in Real Racing 3, I set myself, and by the way I've broken all of them this evening, I set myself 4 guidelines. Sometimes I say 3, but it's 4. So guideline 1, don't damage the car. Seems obvious, but it's easily done. Guideline 2, don't crash into any other car. Now you might be wondering, surely that's the same as guideline 1? Well no, because quite often I'll crash into barriers, so there you go. Guideline 3, don't go off track, like which you just saw me do. And guideline 4 is no shortcuts, which is obviously going off track, but basically saving a shed load of time by cutting off a whole corner. I've done all of those tonight already. Look at this, we're in first place. We're going to get first, nice and comfortable. There we go. Boom. We're doing okay. We're doing okay. The car technically needs servicing after 24 minutes. That durability lasted a long time, but I'm going to make it last even longer because first up, we're going to do the time trials. This might get us to... No, it won't get us to 25%. Who am I kidding? Getting to 11% I think is pretty good in one set of durability. So I'm going to do the first time trial. That's at Nürburgring, the Grand Prix circuit. Thing about normal time trials is it's not about setting the fastest lap, even though they pretend that it is. It's really just about getting around cleanly. So you get that time trial marked as completed. And maybe if you were bothered, you'd go back afterwards and see if you can, how fast you can actually go in the car. Me, I'm not bothered because for those that have watched for a long time, I'm a regular Group C racer when I've fully upgraded the car. So I believe that's in the top 5% of all players, which I don't think is too bad. I put it down to my old age why I'm not a top 1% or a top 0.1%. We do get some young people on here said, oh, I did it in this time. And I'm going, well, your reaction time's a lot better than mine. I'm a bit of an old man, so my reaction time isn't quite so good. Lewis Hamilton, getting to be an older man, finding this out now. Finding this out. It does make me laugh when... on F1, you see interviews and they go, oh, why is Lewis not as quick as the younger man? It's like, well, there's your answer. It's reactions. Reaction time. Your reaction times, unfortunately, slow down as you get older. No one is immortal. Yet. There we go. That's me time trial completed. A new personal best of 127.5. I bet that only puts me in group H. Something like that. But I'm not bothered. It's just about marking the time trial as completed. In fact, let's go in and have a look because I wasn't paying attention. No. Oh, there you go. There you go. Group I. It's even worse. Nevertheless, still not the worst. Still not the worst time. Whatever. Whatever. Right, time trial. This time at the Red Bull Ring. The Grand Prix circuit at the Red Bull Ring. More horrible noise. Brake early. Remember, you got to brake a little bit early in this car. So whatever your normal markers are for braking, remember it's got to be earlier. Does this look? I mean, look at this. I'm going to hit 200 miles per hour. Crazy, this car. Oh dear. Oh, just managed to stay on track there. Just taking my time, not worrying too much. The target is just to get around cleanly. So on a time trial, what you can't do is go off track, and what you can't do is damage the car. Once you do those two things, or don't do those two things, you're okay. There we go. Mikhail Mistal enters the chat, says, "Good evening, sir. Good evening back. Welcome along. Thank you for watching. Thank you for saying hello in the chat. Good to see you again. Thank you. Much appreciated." Right, okay, there we go. One more time trial to do, and then we're doing a little bit of sneakiness. So, oh, it's a Le Mans. Do we really want to do Le Mans? Do we? Go on then. Let's do Le Mans. At least it's only one lap. Ugh. Problem with Le Mans is it's just too long a track. Careful, sneak round the corners. There we go. Okay, now some of the LMPs can get up to 235 miles per hour. I'm going to put money on this car can go a lot quicker. Oh, although it's struggling. It's not going above 200. Why is that? Wait, what's going on here? What happened there? Why did it not get any quicker? Did it feel it was uphill and therefore couldn't go any quicker? What went on there? Let's try that again. Oh, again. Ah, of course, my car needs servicing. My car needs servicing and I can still get up to 205 miles per hour. Man, that is crazy. That is crazy. Look at that. You just know it would be hitting 250 miles per hour, this car. So this car needing to be serviced is going to be quicker than most around the Le Mans lap. Just bear that in mind. I'm going to slow down. There we go. So probably going to finish with a 3 minutes 15 seconds maybe. There we go. That is better than so many cars fully serviced. Incredible. Okay, right, now we need to do a little bit of shenanigans here. Just to fool the game into giving me computer-only opponents. Because next I'm going to do endurance. Now, if I was to do the endurance now, go in, it would probably expect me to achieve first place only if I got over 20 miles. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the game off screen. And I'm going to put the game into offline mode. You're just going to have to take my word on this. And then I'm going to start the endurance. Thereby which, although you can't see it on screen... Oh, hang on. Unfortunately, one of my team members has a high score, so I'll just quit and retry that again. Hopefully it'll be dropped. He has. So now I've got a target of 5.7 miles. Now let me just get the game back on screen. It's a little bit of a cheeky thing. But hey, you know, it's all about completing these races now. We got to do it. We've got to get it done. We've got to get it done. Okay, there we go. Right, let's get that back on screen. Hello. There we go. Glad that worked. Right, okay, so 5.7 miles to get first with a car needing servicing, especially a car as quick as this, even if it needs servicing, is no problem whatsoever, I think. Let's see how we get on. So, 35 minutes into the stream, and I'm yet to service the car. One mile on the scoreboard already. It's almost like we used to have to do with the Jaguar XJ220, which is almost like glide the car around the track. And I say glide because of the state of the brakes. And again, it's not like the brakes are bad, they're just bad in comparison to the rest of the attributes of this car. There we go, 1 lap done already. We've almost got 3 miles on the scoreboard. We get 6 miles, we're first. Oh. In 5th place already. Aaron C. John enters the chat, says hello. Hello, Aaron C. John. Welcome along. Thanks for watching and saying hello in the chat. Good to see you again. Thank you very much for watching. Lots of familiar names this evening. That's good to see. Thank you for your support. Look at this. Here we go. 5 miles on the scoreboard, almost, in a minute. Oh, a little bit of a jutteriness. Let's get that back. Boom. That might be because I'm doing a bit of... It's why I don't normally do the take it offline, bring it back online. It messes with airplay. But, you know, as needs must, sometimes we've got to do it. Oh, dear. Yeah, the quality of the airplay is playing up at the moment. But there we go. We're about to go into first. Come on. Please work. There we go. First place. I'm going to restart the airplay because it is annoying me now. Let's try that again. Is that on screen? Not quite properly. Hold on. There we go. Boom. Right. Okay. Hopefully we'll be better this time. Maybe not. Well, let's continue racing for a bit. So I've already achieved first place, but I'm going to carry on racing. Just because. Not exactly pushing. I've still got 50 seconds to go. I'm at 7 miles achieved. Yeah, it's a bit bitty at the moment, I'm afraid. I may have caused that by trying to be clever. Serves me right. Yeah, you see that there? That is something that never used to happen 3 or 4 years back. I don't know what they did to the mechanics, but they changed how cars disappeared in endurances once you've overtaken them. That never used to be the same. I remember when they introduced a bug whereby you could overtake a car and then slow down again, and you'd have a shed load of cars overtake you. That bug disappeared very quickly. So they're almost down. 10 miles on the scoreboard. 20 seconds left on the clock. Another car overtaken. We'll get to 11 miles. Not a bad score for a car needing servicing, but more important than that, first place. And that is important. There we go, first place. Let's get to 11.5. There we go. Boom. We're knocking it out the park this evening. We're knocking it out the park. Don't service the car. That's one endurance done. That puts us on to 18%. Let's go left to right. When is the next endurance? Tier 7. Now I do unfortunately have to do the same again. So I'm going to set it up in offline mode so I've got an easier target to get first on, and then I'll bring it back on screen. You can probably hear that. That's the game just kicking in. 5.7 miles to get again. Let's get it back on screen. So bringing it back into online mode. There we go. Let's get it back on screen. Boom. So this is what you need to do if you're ever struggling with endurances, or for that matter, with not that it matters. We've got 3 weeks left, but I'll go through it anyway. If you're struggling on getting first in endurance, that's how you do it. Take the game into an offline mode, set the game up, and you'll only have to beat the computer opponent's best time as opposed to a copy of a human opponent's best time. Computer opponent's best time normally between 5.7, sometimes even lower, and 6.3. And typically, apart from the really low PR cars, that means you can get first place in an endurance even if the car needs servicing. Oh look, the graphics look back to normal. How strange. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Ugh. There we go, 1 mile already achieved, already in 7th place. Right. I think my game's about to crash. Did you see that? That was weird. I was getting no update on my graphics. Alright, let's try that again. There we go. And we're back. Into 6th place, lap 1 completed, over 2 miles. I've basically got to get 3 laps in. Somehow I managed to turn my audio up. Let's turn that back down again. Let's race. Three miles on the scoreboard. About to go into 5th place. Yes, it does make it easy. But I guess the point was figuring it out. It has made me wonder, could you ever get an endless endurance, and I've never tried it, maybe I should, with a car that's needing servicing? I don't know is the honest answer. I can't imagine you'd be able to do it, but I know a track that I can test that on with a half decent car. So I might give that a test over the next few days. That'll be an interesting one. Oh dear. Hey, took us long to lose grip, but we have now lost grip. Okay, so that's 3rd. 2nd. 1st. There we go. Another endurance completed. Oh. Oh dear. My acceleration fell down. I'm having it all tonight. This is what happens when you start doing the changing the dynamics in the game, or taking it online and offline. You start messing stuff up. It's why I don't normally do it. But I thought, you know, let's do something different. We've only got the oh dear, what's going on here? We've only got the one car and series to race in this evening. Okay, we're at 8 miles, 20-ish seconds left on the clock. There we go. 9 miles on the scoreboard, 20 seconds left. Possibility of getting to 10 miles again. And that's about as good as you can go, really, with a car that needs servicing. Which I guess answers my question about being able to do an endless endurance. I do think you need to get to about 15 miles before the endless bit kicks in. But then again, I'm not doing any cheating, so to speak, any shortcuts. That might change if I was. There we go, 10 miles only that time. First place, nevertheless, though. I wonder if there's a problem. What's going on there? Let's have a look. There we go. Right, okay. So, 2 endurances completed. What's next? Another endurance. So, Tier 7, Tier 8, Tier 9, Tier 11, Tier 12. There we go. Tier 13, endurance at Monza. So, it's the same process, I'm afraid. So, game off screen. Put it into offline mode. Go into the endurance, set it up so you've only got 6 miles to beat, or 5.7 miles in this case. Pause it. Put it back on the interwebs, and then reconnect to the AirPlayer receiver. And then let's put it back on screen. There we go. Boom. That's how easy it is to do. But it does sometimes mess up the AirPlay receiver and sometimes audio as well. So it's not something I do normally, but hey, we're mixing it up this evening. We've been racing for 50 minutes without having to service the car. So we're going to hit an hour. So I reckon I might only put in place a 1 hour free servicing. We will probably go over 2 hours, but not by much. We're breaking all the rules tonight. There we go, into 6 already. Now this is interesting about Parabolica. We'll have to brake very early, I reckon. Maybe that's a little bit too early. That's to be safe rather than sorry. Into 5th. I won't even have to do 2 laps to get first. There we go, look at that. Whoops a daisy. So we're into 4. Doing all right here. There we go. Second, first. Nice and easy. Nice and easy. There's the limit of the car. Do you know what I might do? I might avoid hiring a servicing. I reckon I can do it, you know. Because technically speaking, I've got 5 hires available to me. So maybe today I'll hire 5 engineers, meaning if I get first in 5 cups, I can race for free. Just thinking out loud. Different ways of doing things. There we go. Easily got to 10 miles on a fast track. That's quite a surprise. I reckon I can go round again, you know. So imagine if I implemented shortcuts, like cutting across the grass there. How much longer could a car needing servicing potentially go? And then cutting across the grass here. Look at that, 12 miles. Oops, Daisy. Well, maybe I won't quite get to the end of this lap. But look at that, 12 and a half on the scoreboard already. 12 and a half miles on the scoreboard already. In case you're wondering, yeah, I work in miles, not kilometres, sorry. Get used to it. There we go. Not bad for a car that needed servicing. Will we get to 14 miles? No. Just short. Just shy of 14 miles. Or maybe we'll get to 14 miles. There we go. 14 miles. 14! Michael Mistel says, you doing very well with this car. Thank you very much. I do try. I have been getting better. The Adventures of Valentine and George, welcome along, says, cutting across the grass is cheating. Yes, it's all cheating tonight. That's all we're doing. These are the things we do to make sure we win. I don't normally do that in a stream, but, you know, as needs more. So we've been going for 56 minutes on one durability of a car. No servicing yet happened. We will need to service the car, but I think we can hold on a little bit longer. Right, let's have a look. How are we doing? We've got tier 13, so surely there's got to be at least one more endurance. There we go. So we've got an endurance at tier 17. Is that the last one? And an endurance at tier 20. So we're at 22%. It does actually mean with only having one durability in play, so no servicing whatsoever, we've gone from 0 to above 25%. Although I haven't done that yet, so, you know. Right, so I've got to do the same. We've got to do the same thing again. The Adventures of Valentine and George says you do, meaning I do cheat in other streams. But not on purpose in the other ones. Surely that's obvious. Come on. Right, okay, so game off screen. Take the game into an offline mode. Go back to the game. Select the endurance. Set it off. It should hopefully tell me I've only got 5.7 miles to beat. There we go. Pause the game. Bring it back online. Connect to my AirPlay extender receiver. Bring it back in the stream. There we go. Whoops, a daisy. There we go. Boom. Okay, let's see if we can get first place. I don't think I'm going to hit 25% on this particular race, but I think we will go up to 24%. Let's find out. Let's find out. So this time it looks like we are doing an endurance around the long circuit at the Porsche test track. So again, there are a couple of little cheats we could do to extend the life of the endurance, which I might not do them all the time, but we'll have a bit of fun maybe just going through them. Okay, so we've already got 1.3 miles on the scoreboard. So this is potentially one. You could just sort of cut across that grass there. There we go. I think I'm just making this up as I go along. Sneak through there. Oh, now this is a big one. Cut across here. Look at this. I'll take 2 cars out. Whoops, daisy. And this is what I'm thinking, maybe with a car like this, it might even be possible to do an endless endurance, especially if I do stuff like this. So even though technically this is cheating, it's been fun finding all those little things in the game. I mean, ultimately, if you were doing a time trial, you couldn't do any of this. And also you couldn't do any of it if you were racing in online multiplayer tournaments, so... There we go. So what are we on? We are on 4 miles almost. I need to get to 5.7, so I just need to go around one more time. And I've got 70 seconds on the clock. I'm going to have to do it just because it's fun doing that little cut there. There you go. I am wondering, you know, whether or not you could initiate an endless endurance with a car needing servicing. I won't do it on stream, but I will have a look at that off stream over the coming days, I think. That might be quite interesting if you can do that. Imagine the fun you could have then. Oh, hello, here we go. There you go. Slight problem there. I forgot to brake. So we were in third. That's done. We're in second. And now we are in first. There we go. There we go. Nice and easy does it. 6 miles on the scoreboard. Let me just read out a few of the chats. Massey Edge Gamer enters the chat, says, hello, how are you? Says, you are the best. Well, I'm not sure about that, but I'm doing very well, sir. Thank you very much. I hope you are too. Thank you for watching and saying hello in the chat. And John Rogers waves his big pink hand. John's pink hand is back, waving hello. Thank you, John. Welcome along. Good to see you again. Thank you for you waving your big pink hand, saying hello. There we go. So that's another first. Nice and easy. We'll go round properly now. We've done what we needed to do. Mind you, we've still got 50 seconds to go, you know. But as I said, I reckon realistically you do need to get to 15 miles before you've got any chance of to have overtaken 42 cars, I think it is. That obviously won't happen. Oh dear, I brake too late. Whoops-a-daisy. As I said, the worst part of this car is the brakes. 8 miles on the scoreboard, already guaranteed first. It looks like I won't get to 10 miles though. Not a problem. There we go. Another first place. Did we get to 25%? That's the question. No, we're only at 24%. That's fine. On to tier 20. We've got another endurance at the East Circuit at Suzuka. Yep, got to go for the same routine again. So game off screen. Put the game into offline mode. Basically switch off Wi-Fi. In the game, start the endurance race. It should only pit me against computer opponents, which it has done. I've only got 5.7 miles to do. Bring it back online and connect to the AirPlay receiver. Bring it back onto the stream. Boom, there we go. Right. Okay, let's give this a go. Okay, into 7th. 1 lap done. This is going to take a few laps. Into 6th. 2 miles on the scoreboard. Okay, into fifth. Four miles on the scoreboard. Into fourth. Okay, third, second, first. There we go, nice and easy. 25% reward has been earned now in terms of completion of the series. Done that in an hour and did it without having to service the car. I think that's pretty impressive. Oh, whee. That was a mess up. There we go. Lap 8. 10 miles recorded on the scoreboard. We're doing all right. We're doing okay. Oh, spoke too soon. $11 miles. Fortunately, the opponents are drying up, so we might not get round again. There we go, 12.5, 12 and a half. Maybe we can make it to the line. Can we make it to the line? We can make it to the line. For another 9 seconds. There we go, 13 miles. That's not bad. That's not bad. So we've been racing 1 hour, 11 minutes. That's fantastic. I'm going to do it. I am. I'm not going to use an hour's worth of free servicing. So this might backfire. But hopefully in a couple of minutes, the car will be ready. So what I'm going to do in the background is play a few ads, reduce the servicing down to 0 minutes. So I'll be back shortly. See you in 2 minutes. I mean, whoops. That took longer than I thought, but hey, we're back. We're back. Right, okay, so there we go. Car is serviced, and we do have the series up to 25%, 12 gold earned, and apparently some R dollars, you know, because I'm low in R dollars. Right, how am I going to do this? Let me have a think. Let's carry on doing what we've been doing. Seems like it hasn't completely ruined the racing. So I'm going to next do hunters. Whatever hunters are left. Let's have a look. Is there just one? Looks like there's just one. Oh, there's a hunter and an elimination. So let me go back to... So tier 11, hunter, been done. Nothing on tier 12. Tier 13, not doing the head-to-head. Tier 14, elimination done. Tier 16, nothing there. Tier 17, nothing there. Here we go. Tier 18, I'm going to do the elimination. Just normal racing. Let's see how we get on. Oh dear. Well, let's give it a go. It is one of my least favourite tracks in the game. And I can imagine this car not being overly suited to this track, at least this bit. We're into fourth, that's not too bad, you know. Into third. Now first is shooting off into the distance, so that's going to be a problem. Oh dear. Well, today's the day of cheating, isn't it? There you go. There you go. Right on the tail of first. There we go, into first. Oh dear. Oh. Oh, that's a shame. Oh. Oh, why did he do that? Why did he cut across me like that? Silly boy. I think I might have decided that all the guidelines, all 4 guidelines, are out the window this evening. That being said, a second is only 16 yards behind me, so I do need to watch myself. Right, let's see how fast we can actually go. 233 is the limit. Oh. Something else I've noticed about a lot of electric cars, it really is quite interesting. 234. Whereas the petrol cars, they sort of like get up to like 90% of the top speed, and then they really kind of to get up to their absolute top speed. Electric cars up to the top speed, and then that's it, no more. I don't know if that is what it's really like in real life, but in real Racing 3, that's what happens. Anyway, first place in elimination. Been racing 1 hour 20 minutes. I'm just intrigued if I'm going to get up to 50%. Not sure about that. Right, okay. So next up, we've got Hunter, and we'll do the same on the Hunter as I've been doing on the Endurance now. So game off screen. Oh no, that's not game. Where's game? Game off screen. There you go. Turn off the interwebs. Go back to the game. Select Hunter. This should mean I'll be racing against computer opponents only. I've got to be 340 yards ahead of the hunted. Let's reconnect. Let's go back onto the internet. Put the game back online. And finally reconnect it into the stream. There we go. Oh, there we go. Right, let's see how we get on. Nürburgring. Hunter. Need to be 340 yards ahead of the hunted. And he's got a big gap. Over a minute's worth of lead. Oh, hello. This happened before. I think this is the problem when you do this sort of stuff. It went a bit crazy. It'll be fine. It just needs to calm down. We'll be back playing in a minute. Finding all the bugs tonight. There we go. Oh dear. Oh, close. Okay, we're under 1,000 yards ahead. Behind, sorry. Into 6. There we go. The hunted caught. There we go. That was pretty easy. That's the beauty of doing a hunter offline. So hunters I tend to do offline, but with durability in the car. Endurance I tend to do offline, but with 0 durability in the car. But hey, we've managed to do all of those and get first on stream. That's a first. That's a first. Right, okay, so we're going to do some cups now. We're 1 hour 23 minutes into the stream. 8 laps at Mount Panorama. This is going to be fun. Right, I have got an engineer to hire, so we'll get them hired. What happened there? What was that noise? What was that? Oh. We're also going to hire the manager, you know, because we're running low in our dollars. So if we get first, double our dollars will help that scenario. Not going to hire the agent. We're going to focus on, in terms of hiring, when it comes to playing ads, we're going to focus on engineer. So it does mean we have to win, but we're going to be doing hopefully the long cups. This will take us up to the 2-hour mark quite easily. I'm just a bit worried we might not get to 50%. Always around the outside, the first corner at Mount Panorama. Stay out of trouble. I'm only in 14th though at the moment. Oh. Antonio pushing across like that. Naughty boy. How dare he? Right, we're into 8th. I think that's almost where I need to be as a minimum. Oops. Oh. I think I might need to brake early on this bit. Right, we seem to be sorting ourselves out now. There we go, 236 when we're going downhill, 238, whoa! Whoops-a-daisy. Okay, we're into 6th place at the end of lap 1, that's cool. Into 5th place. Yeah, got to remember the fact that this car needs early braking. Now, ironically, with that limitation of about 233 miles per hour on a flat straight, it does actually mean it's not the fastest car in the game. But it is still fun. There we go, into 4th. Now I can't see where first is, so it's first shot off into the background. Oh gosh, oh no, where is first? That's not good. Ah, there's first. Okay, so at the end of lap 2, we're in 4th place. We are just outside the podium positions. Might end up in 2nd by the end of this lap though. Or off track, one or the other, or possibly both. Okay, on the tail of 3rd. There we go. Into 2nd. Right. We've got a few laps to chase down first, who has, at this moment in time, disappeared off into the sunset. Although obviously there is no sunset, but he's still disappeared off into the distance. Oh gosh, what's going on here? That was crazy. I can just see first in the distance. It's not too bad. It's not a complete disaster. But we're going to have to work some. Bear in mind, I've just hired an engineer, so I need to win. Oh dear. Oh, you see, now I'm pushing too hard. I do actually see, there he is. Right, we are catching. Right, we've got 4 laps to go to catch first place, who is 450 yards ahead. But we are catching him. And we've got 4 laps to go. So at this stage, I'm not overly worried. I feel I can catch first place. Yeah, definitely catching. Oof. There we go. There we go, with 3 laps to go. We're definitely in sight of first. There we go, there we go. Come on, push. Into first, fantastic. Maybe not into first. back into first. We do need to finish first. I'm not servicing the car again. You wouldn't believe the ads I got. I'm traumatised. Imagine I've got to play an ad to hire the engineer for free, haven't I? Oh dear. I will continue to be traumatised. Okay, we're now definitely in first. Two more laps to go. I feel we're on the home straight, even though I've got 2 laps to go. We're doing okay. We're winning. We're in first. 2 laps to go. All right, there we go. Starting to pull away from second. 1 more lap after this. Final lap, 200 yards ahead. Oof, thought I was just a bit too quick through there. Another guideline broken. Been a few of those this evening. Alright, 300 yards ahead of second. Definitely on the home stretch now. This is for first. There we go. First place. Wonderful. Whew. I want to say that was a win well earned. Not entirely sure it was, but it felt like it was. Oh, I think my screen's frozen. Oh no, my camera. Need to wake it up. Let me have a look. There we go. Right, sorry about that. Even the camera couldn't take the excitement and it froze. Right, there we go. We're back in business. Right, okay. So, that took a bit of time. We will do another cup. We'll do another cup. Maybe I should start the other end. Okay, right. How many laps is that? See, that's 4 laps. Okay, right, fine. Let's hire the not the Adrian, let's hire an engineer. Let me take this off screen though. Let's mute the audio and take it off screen. Let's quickly play an advert. Oh, I got lucky. 5-second advert. That didn't happen while I was servicing the car. There we go. Fantastic. Nice and easy then. Let's get it back on screen. Engineer hired. Let's give this a go. 4 laps around Dubai, the international circuit. Still quite a long circuit. Big ask. Is it on screen? Yep. Let's go. Let's go. I need a good start. Well, that's not bad. Might have had a few bruises along the way, but we're in 4th place. That's okay. Okay, into 3rd. Not bad for lap 1. Give me a bit of breathing space because I'm prone to making errors. Although what's going through my mind right now is always, you've got to brake early in this car, you've got to brake early in this car. And that everyone else has the same problem. So, there we go. 3rd place at the end of round 1, at the end of lap 1. 3 laps to go, 2 cars to overtake, and we are on the tail of 2nd, and I feel I'm going to get them. Yes. Maybe not. Oh, yes, there we go. 2nd, just. Need to brake here, though. Oh, there we go. Let's cut off that undertake. There we go. Still in 2nd. Don't need to worry about overtaking first. Just keep on the tail and slowly but surely catch them up. Oh yes, oh no. I was doing so well there, then I lost it. Alright, end of lap 2, 2nd place. 2 laps to go, 1 car to overtake. I think we're looking good here. There we go. Now we are in 1st place, and there's another lap to go after this, so we should be okay for the win. We're looking good. Okay, there we go. Final lap, 100 yards ahead of 2nd. I think we're doing okay. Don't forget to brake. There we go. Still 100 yards ahead of 2nd. You know what, we might go over 2 hours today. I might have to do some quick races to achieve 50%. There we go. How about that? Not bad at all. There we go. Perfect. %33%. How many laps is that? Right, okay. So I'm going to do tier 2. I'm going to do autocross and speed snap just to up that percentage completion. Hopefully get first in both. 24 seconds. Don't think I got first there. I did. Wow. Look at that. First. 24.682. That must have been close, though. That must have been close. Not much in it. Just over 1/10 of a second. Okay. That's good. Right. 35% maybe now. So next up, speed snap at the Bugatti circuit. Need to get 154 miles per hour. Oh man, the way this thing accelerates though, that might not look as hard as it. That might not be as hard as it initially looks. There we go, 157. Didn't think it would be as hard. 158, spot on, fantastic. First place. That was well done. Okay, right. So we're going to do the cup now. I'm going to hire another engineer so we don't reduce the durability down. 37%. So let's go off screen. It's another 5-second ad. We're doing all right all of a sudden. Okay, back on screen. There we go. Engineer hired. Onto the Porsche test track, long. There are a couple of cheats in this if I'm struggling, but I'm going to do my best again, or rather I say back to normal, not to cheat, but if needs must, needs must. Okay, we're into 9th. That's not too bad. I reckon I can almost overtake everyone here. There you go. Into 5th. We're in the mix anyway. That's the key bit. That's the message. That's the takeaway. Into 4th. Into 3rd. There we go. 2nd place already. That's fine. 3 laps to go. 1 car. to overtake. Up, 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 up. Oh. I think being in the lead's not the best place to be. Neil Rain enters the chat, says hello. Hello to you, sir. Welcome along. Thank you very much for watching and saying hello in the chat. Good to see you again. I hope you are well. Okay, we're in the lead. It's a bit of a messy race, this one. Just for a change. No cheating, no going through cutting corners, he said. All of a sudden I find myself 250 yards ahead of second. Don't know how that happened. Okay, we've got 2 laps to go, so we just need to be a little bit careful on the braking. Oh, good grief. Oh, right on the edge. Neil Rain says, I'm 17. Do not call me sir, please. All right, then I won't. Young man, then. How's that? I was just being polite. All right, there we go. Still in first. 1 more lap to go. It's been a bit of a messy race, this one, though. But we're looking good. We're looking good. May have braked a little bit too early that time. Do you know what? I'm getting on really well with this car, even though every now and then I do completely lose control of it. I do think the key is just to have in the back of your mind, you just need to brake early in this car. Grip is fine, top speed and acceleration obviously fine. It's just the braking requires to be engaged so much earlier. Melvin Lee enters the chat, says, missing the weekly time trial and online multiplayer. Yeah, well, I understand why you're missing the weekly time trial. You used to always finish in Group A. That means you're 300 gold down every week. Me, not so much. I only miss out. What do I miss out on? I think it's 50 gold. 50 gold a week. And in the multiplayer racing, that was probably only, well, between 4 and 8. Neil Rain says, sorry for joining late. Exams are going on. No problem. Important, obviously. I'm sure you'll get through them okay. Best of luck doing them, that's for sure. Right, okay. So we're coming up to 2 hours. So what do I do? I'm definitely thinking of just holding off doing that one. Let's do tier 4. We're going to do the autocross and the speed snap and then the cup. Right, and we've just done 8 laps around Mount Panorama, so we should be okay on this one. At least I hope so. Oh, messed up, disaster. Well, I'm not going to do that then, am I? He said. Then again, I might. First place. Whew, that was close. I really did think I messed that up. But there we go. By a bit. Man. Up until that smash, I was doing awesome. But never mind, still won. Right, next up, Speed Snap. Speed Snap at Melbourne. Ooh, exciting. Oh, this will be interesting. There you go. That was a breeze. That was so easy. that was, yeah, boom. No issue there. Right, on to the cup then. Let's just have a look at the percentage completion. I probably won't get to 50% in 2 hours, but it won't be far over, I think. So we've got Circuit to Catalonia, GP circuit, another 4 laps. I'm going to hire another engineer so we can carry on. I'll take the game off screen. Fingers crossed, it's another 5-second ad. No, it isn't. I'm afraid it isn't. But it won't take too long. There we go. Advert done. Hopefully none of that came through on the mic because that might be music and I might get a blinking copyright warning. Silly games, silly adverts. Right, back on screen, audio back, game back. Let's get racing again. So 4 laps around Circuit to Catalonia. It's the Grand Prix circuit. Should be pretty easy based on what I've done up to this point. As always, a little bit harder on this track, but I'm going to be on the outside, but then I'm going to end up on the inside. Oh, there you go. I'm braking too hard. I'm off track. Oh, it's a disaster. I'm all the way back in 18th. Am I off again? Oh, Tony. What are you doing, lad? I'm having no luck this time. Oh dear. We'll keep going. Basically, if we don't win, that's it. End of the stream, I think. But you know, it's not over yet. Okay, a little bit of cheating going on. Oh no! What are you doing, lad? What are you doing? Right, 11th at the end of lap 1. Dearie me. What a disaster. Honestly, God, if I win this, it'll be a miracle. Yeah, not a chance. I'm now pushing too hard. Okay, cheat mode on. And when I say cheat mode, I mean cutting corners. I don't think I'm going to win this. We are coming up to 2 hours, so I might not get to 50%. Shame, I've been doing good racing all evening, but yeah, this has beat me. This has beat me. It's not over. But I can't see me winning, to be fair. Although I do see 4th, 3rd and 2nd, so you never know. If I carry on cutting those corners. Oh, shame. Shame. I can't see first anywhere, so... Oh, there he is. Oh, he's well ahead. Right, here we go. Bit of cheat mode on. There we go. Into 3rd place. Do you know what? It might not be over. Look at the state of the car. The front's hanging off, the brakes are screwed. Oh, oh man, sometimes, you know, it's fun just going crazy in a car, because obviously you can't do that in real life. Here we go, going absolutely crazy. Come on, I'm telling you, it's not over. It is now though. Oh. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to catch. Don't think I'm going to catch first. No, there we go. Look at that. That was close though. 2nd place. Bit of a silly way to end the stream, and we didn't get to 50%. Not to worry. Not to worry. These things happen. I am umming and ahhing whether or not I could still do some of the quick races, but I don't think so. Let's just service the car, and we'll end the stream there at 2 hours. So I do actually think this might mean this particular series gets broken down into three streams rather than 2. But that'll be fun also. Let's have a look what we've got. I mean, yeah, we've still got plenty of stuff to do. So we're at 4... Oh, my word, there's Le Mans there. How many? Oh, 4 laps. Oh, man. Yeah, we've still got loads to do. But there we go. So I got to 43%. So I think in tomorrow's stream we can get to 50% and 75%. And then I might drop. I was going to do the winners, but I might drop that until next week now then. And then on Wednesday we can do 50 gold. I suppose the other thing I could do is do this on Thursday. I'll think about it instead of talking about it on screen. I definitely will be back tomorrow with this car. This car is enjoyable. It's a bit crazy. Weakest part is the brakes, but only because the acceleration and this top speed is so good. The grip itself is pretty good. I was a bit crazy in the last race, but it was all to do with the braking that put me in a bad place and meant I had to go absolutely crazy on the final laps. Obviously there was a little bit of cheating going on there as well, but to get to 2nd place, that wasn't bad. There we go, the end of the stream for today. Boom. Game off screen. Mute its audio. So it's obvious that things are slowing down in terms of Real Racing 3. Less opportunity to race in multiple series. Having a bit of fun though with the Lotus Evija. I've enjoyed it. I hope you have too. If you have, please give the video a thumbs up and a like. And if you'd like to see more of this content, then please look to subscribe to the YouTube channel The Fifth Guardian if you haven't already, or follow the Rumble channel The Fifth Guardian if you haven't already. Please also tell your friends and family and just, you know, say this one's a bit of fun. Anyway, there we go. That's the end of the stream for the evening. I will be back tomorrow with more racing in the Lotus Evija exclusive series. And you know it's going to be crazy as well. That being said, I hope whatever is left of your day is a very good one. And I hope to see you all tomorrow. So until then, thank you and goodbye.